I've got Janelle, I've got Tony, and we are going to talk about this brand new movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro, directed by Martin Scorsese, called Killers of the Flower Moon, which is based on a true story of the Osage Nation in Oklahoma. And I would like for Janelle to go first. No, I'm going to let Janelle go for last. Janelle read the book. So we're going to let Janelle go last because she had a very interesting comment about the book. So you did. I enjoyed the comment. I really did, which makes me
That
want
was
to go
weeks
read the
ago.
book. Seriously, Tony, you go ahead.
No spoilers. All right. Look, this is a very dark and grisly story of power, greed, and corruption, and how the white man basically overtook Osage Nation and took advantage of them. This is Martin Scorsese. It's very story driven. It's dense. There's a lot of material. It's layered, and at the same time, there's a lot to unravel. I will say, performance wise, Lily Gladstone is the sole focus. Like she is phenomenal, delivers so much depth and emotion, which some just mannerisms at times, but it comes across perfectly. Leonardo DiCaprio does a great job. Is it something we haven't seen him do before? No, it is a bit familiar, but at the same time, he is solid. However, De Niro is haunting. This is some of his best work in years, and I'm really excited to see him get nominated for that. But there's a lot to digest in this 3 hours and 35-minute runtime, I believe it is. Um,
45, 345 runtime.
345, excuse me.
Yeah.
There's a lot to digest during that time.
There is a lot to digest. I really had to go to the bathroom afterwards. I sat there and watched it. Yeah, after drinking that soda, I was sitting there. I was just flabbergasted. It should have been no surprise to me, but it was a surprise to me. It is some very horrific information in there, based on the true story on it. And in a conversation with Janelle afterwards, it was like, whoo. I want to read the book. I definitely want to read the book. And I wish there was something on briefly in the movie they talked about and showed some of the footage from the Tulsa riots. I would love to see or read a book on the Tulsa riots all by itself. So, Janelle, let's talk a little bit. You read the book, you have your opinion. I really liked your opinion last week. Let's talk about it today.
Well, James being it has a better memory than I do because I've been studying for midterm for the last week, so I have no idea what I said last week. Now if you want to ask me about biological psychology, great. But anyways, I did I did read the book. The movie is a pale comparison to the book. It doesn't do the book any justice. It's an movie. I found myself actually dozing off during the movie. The book is full of suspense and intrigue and a big whodunit. The movie you pretty much know about 7 minutes in. So after that, there's no build, there's no drama. It's all very. This is the way it is. It save your money, buy the book, use your 3.5 hour time to read the book, watch the movie maybe when it comes out on streaming to just kind of get faces to characters. But other than that, I personally I wouldn't go see it. I wouldn't spend my money and waste that amount of time with something that time could be better spent reading the book.
People are going to go see it just because of Martin, Leonardo, and Robert. There's
And
going
I'm sure he's going to get nominations just because of that whole who you are. But I can't, outside of Lily Gladstone, I can't say anybody in that movie blew me away. It was Leonardo DiCaprio looked like he was struggling. Robert De Niro was just, I mean, he just turned his face up and just old man grimace through the movie. It just didn't do it. It bored me. It bored me to tears. And that story should not bore you. That story is amazing. It is deep. It goes into so much more corruption and the actual horror of what happened at that time in the book. That movie is just it's not even the Cliff Notes version of it.
That's exactly what I was looking for. And that's what you said last week. I'm glad you said that. So, Tony, you and I go first, and we'll let Janelle go.
All
How
right.
would you rate it?
I'll give it a 4 out of 5. Look, as a film as a whole, it is entertaining. It's a long, long movie. I did have issues with it. There's the pacing struggles, as you would expect. there's very limited use of a score, which I think would have helped carry some of the lower dramatic moments as well. And the way the story unfolds is something that we've seen before. It would have been refreshing to see, after talking to Janelle, she read the book, to see it unfold a different way, so it didn't really play its hand so early in the movie. I think would have really helped the film a lot. But it is still really technically well done. I think the performances are great. Scorsese is a master of his craft, and he's got full command here. I was left wanting more, and I really thought this would compete in my best films of the year list, and it's going to be up there, but it has no chance of being at the top. So 4 out of 5 for me.
I gave it 4 out of 5 too. I thought it was a great film. It was. I have to agree with you on that. I wish they had led us and told a story before giving it all away within the first 7 to 10 minutes. Yeah, I agree. I wish they had done what Janelle said. Let's get at least 3/4 into the movie, and you're sitting there wondering who it is. You've got my attention. I want to see it. And then when it hits, you're like, wow. So 4 out of 5. Janelle?
Ooh, I'm going to have to go about 2.5 out of 5. I think it's Scorsese does not want us to go and spend our money on superhero movies, then he needs to deliver when it comes to 3.5 hours worth of a movie. I think he had perfect material and blew it. I mean, there's no other way to say it. It's just, if once you read the book, you will understand how actually probably bad that movie is.
Wow. So we're going to stay 2.5, 4 and 4. We'll say 3.5. Okay. 3.5. That's where we're at. Janelle's making an old man face like De Niro. So, all right, folks, you got it. You're going to see Killers of the Flower Moon. Thank you so much for watching Morning Blend. We'll see you next week.